Hi guys, thanks so much for tuning in and welcome back. So with this video I want to discuss the newly announced Patrick Star game, and to start things off, it was only announced on the 27th of August 2024 through a Nintendo Direct, which I'll be honest I really didn't have on my bingo card this year. It also has a release date of the 4th of October, which shocks me as incredibly close as, unlike how Battle for Bikini Bottom, Rehydrated and Cosmic Shake dealt with their release dates being a little while after announcement. Rehydrated was announced in June of 2019 and releasing just a year after in June 2020, and with Cosmic Shake being announced in September 2021 and releasing in January 2023. Now, I saw a few posts about the leaked cover art a month ago, and it seems that the leak was 100% legit, which, I'll be honest, it does shock me a bit. It seems to be a really fun and open world experience with lots of activities, and even one of the comments was saying that it looks kind of like Goat Simulator, which I do agree with. I do however want to say, like the recent games, it seems that the models are somewhat similar, apart from the SpongeBob model being drastically different to what Purple Lamp have been using, but I actually really like it. The game looks really bouncy and not really over the top, with decent animations and that also show expression to the characters in a fashion true to the show, and it's really good to hear original voice acting from all the cast members from what we've heard so far, which is of course a nice addition as well.
Good morning!
Wow! Awesome job!
Oh, come on! Better out than in.
It's also very clear that this game is more geared towards actual children than Rehydrated and Cosmic Shake were, being geared to long-time fans of the games, it kind of in the mix with kids as well. And of course, you can't really blame the publishers and developers for just wanting to make a fun kids game with no strings attached. So I'm all for it. I really would like to praise the art style of the game too. It seems almost identical in terms of style to the recent SpongeBob games, and I'm sure that's due to Nickelodeon wanting to keep all of the styles kind of in uniform. I know I keep referencing previous SpongeBob games, but looking at the main key art for the actual game, I would say it's very similar in terms of style from the key art from the Purple Lamp games. So if you kind of put them side by side, they do look quite similar in terms of art style. And I'm not sure if the art was done in-house at Nickelodeon, or if the art was done by the developers' art team, but it's simple and inviting at the same time. Speaking of, the game is being published by Outright Games, who only seem to publish kids games currently. To name a few, they've published the official Bluey video game, a few Jumanji games, and a few Paw Patrol games. And honestly, I can't lie, I never thought I would have to say the words Paw Patrol in an informative manner. The game is also being developed by a studio called PHL Collective, who have been developing since 2013 and have so far launched 16 games in that time frame. One thing that I find quite cool is that they also help with co-developing and also porting old games to new platforms. I can't say I've seen many development studios boast that skill, so I do have faith that this team will treat the game with the utmost care and passion, as the team sounds very experienced as well. Moving forward, it seems that the game won't be story driven at all, and it will kind of focus on smaller missions similar to side quests. And in one of the scenes, we can see that objects are being destroyed by a taxi held on by a magnet, so this could potentially be a destroy X amount of objects in X amount of time to get a reward kind of task. Earlier on in the trailer, there is also a small clip where it shows a bunch of boxes with targets being destroyed. This may be something like a target practice kind of mission from the looks of things as well. Lastly, in relation to things you can actually do in the game, we can see that there is a challenge where you have to go through a bunch of rings to collect points. There seems to be naval mines scattered throughout the mission as well, so this could be an object to avoid, otherwise you probably have to start over again. Personally, I love the kind of tasks that we've seen in the trailer, and I can already tell that it'll be a fun game to play, without a doubt. We can also see that costumes are making a return, and I reckon these will be unlockable when certain tasks are completed, or you may be able to purchase these with the shiny object looking collectibles, as seen in this screenshot. Looking at this particular screenshot, we can see that boats are now drivable, so in previous games, or previous recent games I should say as well, that's not been something that you've been able to do, so it's nice to see that that has been added as kind of a little cool feature. but at the same time, it might also be used for things like missions as well, so I do look forward to seeing how that pans out. Another thing I really enjoyed about the trailer is also the music that was used. I did find out through Discord that the intro music, so at the very start of the trailer, that is stock music that someone was able to find. But I'm hoping that the actual main track used for the kind of body section of the trailer from the intro onwards until the end, I am hoping that is original, but I do believe that it may just be stock music that's been used for the trailers. But until we actually see actual footage of the game as well, including in-game music, we don't know whether they've created an original score or whether it's just going to be stock music from the show or previous games. We just don't know that. I think overall this will be a really thoroughly enjoyable game, and when it's available for purchase, I can safely say I'll be picking it up first thing. What do you guys think of the game? Do you reckon it'll be fun and interesting, or do you think it will be the opposite? Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.